Good morning. Hello, Jo.
Good morning.
It was nice to see you next door.
It was lovely.
Bless you. And you bought some lovely samples. CREAlies. I love this company.
Yes, yeah. So CREAlies, a fabulous family company. Annalise, of course, it's from Holland, so we do have that slightly longer dispatch date, but she's extremely keen on getting her orders out, so you won't be waiting any longer than what's necessary.
This is good.
Yes, they're 25 years old this year. The company.
Right.
So, you know, we
Testament.
celebrated that earlier. Well, actually, it was last year, the end of last year. So, oh my gosh, it doesn't time fly. So, testament to the longevity of the company, obviously, the quality of the dyes, and of course, the designs that keep coming out, which is lovely. And they're always that little bit different.
I do agree with you.
Yes.
So, lots of news today. The dispatch date will be from the 25th of February, just so you know. Right, let's take a look. This has got, I believe, a cheeky freedom discount.
It certainly has. Oh, you've got a lot of dyes in this set, 20.
Yeah, no.
It's fabulous.
Ah, so you've got the baby grey, and I love you've got all the extra elements in there too.
Yeah, so what we've got here is we've got the ability, obviously, to build these lovely 3D elements. So of course, you've got the actual baby grey itself. You've got another layer if you want to actually build that like a 3D element. You've got the frills. You've got little tiny things like let me see. Where's the oh, sorry. It's just next
the
to
mobile?
no,
this
one here.
Oh, okay.
You can see on this card here. Look, you've got the lovely frill, but not just the frill for the little girl, of course, to put the frill, but a plain one as well for the little boys.
Yeah.
Because of course, with dyes, of course, they're so useful in converting just basically the colour of the cardstock, isn't it?
Yeah.
But also you can put them around the little legs as well. Oh, they're just divine. They really are.
It's very adorable.
And of course, you've got all these other bits coming up in a second with the heart and the buttons as well. And on this one as well, not just the baby greys, but what we've got is we've got the train. So I've got a little spinner there. I couldn't do the back and the front because, of course, it's not geometric, so we couldn't do the back of the front. But do you know, it doesn't matter because I've just put a plain back on there, put baby's name on, or well, actually it's not baby, I put a number 1 there. So you can see, really, really lovely. And I've thoroughly enjoyed this because it's a little bit different to what I've been doing for a little while because it's been more inky and stamping and everything. So, and lovely paper piecing. So all of these details, this piece, the windows, you even get the actual die to cut the windows themselves. Then you get the frame.
See, that's so good.
It's all in the detail, isn't it?
Absolutely.
It really is.
So this is £18.89. Look, you even get the baby bottle.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's if you're a Freedom member. 785944 is your item number. Then, right, so have we got the same but smaller here?
Yes, so what we've got here is we've got basically the next size down. So the mobile, which I've got to say is just exquisite. And this has actually been sent from Holland. I don't know who's done it, but whichever one of the ladies on the team, or whether it be Annalise, I don't know. It's just wonderful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, with the baby grow, of course, we can also make it into a little T-shirt or a dress.
Right.
And it really shows it off with the mobile there. So we've got exactly the same format with regards to the additional bits and pieces. Obviously, like for instance, on the train, you've got the wheels and you've got the carriage, you've got the even the little connecting piece for the wheels and the carriage. Look, it's just phenomenal, isn't it? We've got this little card here for you to have a little look at. And look at the baby bottle, the detail. So this is a bigger baby grow that we don't have on this show this time, but possibly another time. But you can see I've left it on because to show you that beautiful little baby grow. Yeah. And we can even make it look into a little shaker. It's beautiful. It really, really is.
That's so cute.
It is, isn't it?
Just £15.99. 227794 is your item number. Next up then, we've got our stars and hearts. Very nice and a nice size, good for nesting.
Oh, definitely, definitely. So, of course, I know we've got a little bit of a baby theme going on at the top end of this bit of the show, but of course, the stars and the hearts, lots and lots of reasons to use those. Yeah. But of course, they do go exceptionally well with the baby theme. So going back to the mobile here, we've got the the hearts in 2 different sizes there. And then, of course, the little heart buttons that are coming up in a second, which are just adorable.
Yeah.
We've got the stars as well, which, of course, go really, really well. The smaller ones here that we can add on. But then we can do something a little bit like this if we wanted to. But, of course, hearts, of course, we can do any celebration, can't we?
Yeah.
We can just send it to a friend.
Absolutely.
You know, with a heart. Anything that you're sending love for, it is just super. And it's a lovely also. This is our first demonstration. We're going to show you just the shaker idea, because we do have the shaker kits on the show again.
But you said we don't have many.
We don't have a huge stock of this, and it's always popular because it's a super price.
We're flashing it at the bottom for you if you do want to get ahead. Then we've got our bear and our buttons.
Yeah, so the bear, it's just adorable. This little bear is just lovely. So what I've done is I popped him at the top there.
Yeah.
And what you've got is you've got the little paws.
The little paws.
Just separate so that you can pop them over something. So it looks as if they're peeping. So you get the little extra bits as well.
Yeah.
And you get the little pieces for his ears. You can see on this bigger bottle here, we've got on there, and we've got the buttons inside on the shaker as well.
Cute.
So really lovely. I'm loving the buttons as well, because they're such a fantastic little add-on to anything. And again, you don't have to look at these as just obviously for baby cards, do you?
Definitely.
So, but a super price again for what you're getting there. Really is good.
Yep, just $13.99. Item number is 887535. Then we've got our train set.
Oh.
It's cute, isn't
it cute?
I mean, you've made a
well, I didn't make this. This has actually come from Holland.
Oh,
but this is
done well travelling.
It's travelled very, very well. It's done well with the weather. We've had all the gales and everything, haven't we? So it's got here in good one piece. But yeah, this is just phenomenal. And again, I really wish I could name the lovely lady that made it, because it's just beautiful. But you do get everything. You get this. So basically, if I show you this, you can see there you're getting the actual main train, and then of course you're getting the ability to make as many carriages as you wish. Now, I do believe Sophie is Annalise's granddaughter.
Ah, I see.
So that was born the end of last year, which is really lovely, isn't it? Yeah. It's super. And of course you can make your own little cards as well, because you've got the attachment. This is again the detail. It's every single thing. It's because Annalise is a crafter, so of course she can see what we want. Yeah. So you're getting the connecting pieces, which of course allows you to make that beautiful concertina. So but don't think of it as just baby cards. Think of it as little boy cards as well, or little girls that like train sets, of course.
Yes.
And you could put, also what would be fun, I think, is to put photographs of the children or nephews and nieces in the carriages. That would be fun, wouldn't it?
That's a lovely idea. It's such a nice show. Right, $9.99, 704316 is your item number. Now, I said this to you earlier.
Yes, you do.
I really like things that are mechanical. So we've got our...
We've got the twist and pop and the squash fold card. So we've got both in this set, which is fabulous price. It really is, because often we've brought them to you before, but separately. But these are a really special price today together.
Lovely.
So what we've got is you've got the squash fold, which of course when you open that up, so you just. It's cool, isn't it? It's really, really lovely.
Love it.
So, of course, you can use this for anything. Yeah. Absolutely anything. And then, of course, what we've got here is the twist and pop.
You ready?
So, again...
Ta-da! It's so good.
And what they do is they give you a link on both on all the sets. You get lots of information about where to go for inspiration.
Great stuff.
And also a link on a video tutorial if you want to have a little look as to how you actually assemble it. But every single thing has been thought of in this die set. So it really does take all the measuring out, all the thinking, anything with regards to any mechanical cards that you do from scratch. This is taking it all away.
And that's what I really like, because I can't be doing with scoring and numbers and...
Well, I think it takes the fun away, to be quite honest.
It does. So these are really good. £19.98 for the two, 161419. Right, so we've got some essentials. These next 4 are your essentials. We've got the scalloped ovals. You've got 10 in total. Yeah.
This is a fantastic, fantastic price. Anybody that's had any of the XXL dies from CREAlies know you are getting super value for money, and the quality of the die is exceptional.
Oh, that's good
It really is exceptional. These are, like you say, these are the dies you go back to time and time again for your matting, your layering. Everything's been done according to the scale. Annalise is also, she's got a mathematical mind, so everything is very precise as well. Yeah. So scalloped ovals. Now, I think these are just super, because you can use them on male and female cards, of course. Well, any of your cards, and then of course we've got the scallop rectangles as well, which they all mix and match beautifully, I've got to say.
So the details then for your scalloped ovals are on screen, $19.99, 363 670, and then we've got our scalloped rectangles. Now here you're getting 12 dies in total.
Yes, you are. So what we've got here is we've got some boards to show you exactly how these work. So of course, obviously every other one, you've got the red. They make amazing aperture cards, of course. They make great actual cards, because what we can do is something like this.
Oh, that's clever.
Of course, and then when we've got that fold down the side there, or of course at the top, you've seen a couple of cards that this one here, which it was the baby card, and basically all you do is just score slightly down on the back there and then attach it like that, which is really super to do.
Yeah, easy.
And then of course you've got the ability to do frames as well. With these essential dies, I do think there's so much scope.
Absolutely.
Really do.
So for the scalloped rectangles, $19.99, 338101. Then we've got our open scallops. So what does that mean, Jo?
Right, so these are really super. And again, if you have got the scallop rectangles or scalloped ovals already, because we have brought these to you in the past, quite some time ago, I've got to say, then these are the open scallops. So the open scallops, you will see, if we just bring that into picture, so that's the closed, and then of course that's the open. You can see on the side there, you've got that lovely little bit of open weave there, and it really is quite lovely. So there's 12 dies again, so they match.
Oh, that's good.
So with the is it 10?
So yeah, that's what's on screen. The open scalloped edge ovals. You get 10 dies in total for $19.99, 370499. Then the rectangles that you've just seen, but it's the same premise on that board.
It certainly is. Yeah, they're both the oval open. Oval and then the open rectangles. Yeah. But they do marry beautifully, obviously, with the other two.
There you go, just so you can see the openness again.
Openness.
I know that's not good. A word.
No.
19.
It is now.
No, it is now. 1999 203 622. Now I'm intrigued with these.
Right.
I've not seen them before.
I just adore these, Alex. Now these were some of the first dies I ever bought from CREAlies. Long before I even started demonstrating for Annalise. I love them. They are so versatile and they create such a very unusual card. And as yet, after quite a few years, nobody's actually decided to do similar.
Oh, this is good.
Which is really good. So basically they're called patchworks. So this is a whole series of different shapes. So this one's a circle. So basically you can choose how much or how little that you want to use of that patchwork. Right. You can build it up. You can multiple cuts. You can build them up with not just the dies themselves, but also obviously with your shaker foam tape that we've got on the show. We can mix them as well with some of the with tags. As well, you know, we can do lots and lots of things. We can just use them as a frame. Yeah, just cut them out and use them as a framework as well. Yep. This is a lovely Christmas card coming up that is actually a shaker as well, which is really super. This is actually obviously in Dutch. If you just sat there over your breakfast thinking, what does that say? Yes, I think it presumably says Merry Christmas or something.
I'm sure.
Yeah, that's the circle one.
Okay, and that you've got 13 dies there for $19.99, 868407.
We will be showing you how these actually work in this hour as well.
Oh, yes, and then we've got, I think we're just calling this number 3.
Yes, yes. So basically what it is, it's got that, what I think is like an arch.
Yeah.
It's an archway, isn't it? So this is really an interesting one. It works in the same way as all the patchworks do. So you can use some, all of it. You can change the colours. Really good example on this one here, where the colours have been changed to make them look more dimensional. They're very, very dimensional colours. This is actually, do you want to open this one?
Oh, here we go. Yay! I love this stuff. That's so good.
So this is using it though, if you notice, using it the other way round.
Very good point.
So it's not, so we've got this way round, obviously,
yeah,
this way round, and of course this way round that I've done it. So it's a traditional way, just putting it on a card or making it into a card base.
Do you know if we can make to sell?
Always.
See, because I'm just thinking what you would charge for something like this that is just so spectacular. How much? See,
exactly.
Yeah, very good.
Yes, you can always make them to sell, not a problem.
$19.99. Item number is 677226. Then we've got number 4, imaginatively named.
Yes. Well, the reason why she numbers them is so that it goes across Europe.
Ah.
So she does go. She does go all over.
No, that makes
she
sense.
does manufacture them and then sell them to lots of places all over the world. So by numbering them, it really is sort of like
universal,
a universal language, isn't it? That's right.
Good point.
So this is one that we're actually going to demonstrate in this hour, and this, I've got to say, this is, I think out of all the shapes, this is my favourite.
Is it?
Right. I do think so, yes. But you can see there's just so much. Well, this is just 13 arts that I did. 13 arts papers here, using them as a mixed media project, because I did think it made a super backdrop. You know, using the patchwork dies as the backdrop. So you can see there, that's actually using it as the actual card base. And then I've used it here, just purely cutting out, using it as a framework.
See that, and again, you know, there's lots of
so
versatility.
What you need, absolutely. So you need to look at the value of that set. These sets of terrific value.
Yeah, lovely. 13 dies in this set, and it's $19.99. Sorry, there's a glare on the screen. 440790, and then last but not least, we've got our big labels and tags. I like that it's a double Z.
Yes, it's quite, it's quirky, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
But just, again, another essential, isn't it?
It is. This is a super essential because you can do so much with it. You can obviously make, you've seen me do lots of, because CREAlies have a lot of the larger dies in this format, in the labels, and the smaller ones to match, and you can do so much with them. This afternoon I'm going to make a shaker card with those. Oh, marvellous. So, yeah, with those tags. So that'd be worth having actually this afternoon at 12 o'clock. 12
o'clock.
Midday.
Did you chat to Mark about going for lunch now?
I did.
Excellent.
And he said, yes, that'd be lovely.
Yeah, this is good. Right, this is £16.99, 558694. And then we've got some more things for you to add to your basket. Here is some cardstock. Now you've got 42 sheets in total for $9.99. As you can see, they're A4 and it's in black. 770200, and it works out at just 23 pence per sheet. The shaker card set, don't miss out on this. As Joe said, we have very little stock. It's £11.99. You've got your 6 foam sheets, 10 sticker sheets and 20 acetate sheets too. 617346 is your item number. Okie dokie. If you want to give us a call, 01733602000, or check out on the website at hochanda.com. Right. What are you going to start with,
Okay,
Jane?
so we're going to have a little look at this baby card. So there's lots of principles that I'm going to do in this card that obviously you could make for any sort of card. So don't think it's specific, obviously, to a newborn baby or a young baby or whatever. So the heart itself, obviously we're going to do a shaker, and of course you could use that for so many different cards, couldn't you? Yeah. Not just for baby, but we're also going to use the CREAlies, which is the XXL, which is the open rectangles. Yeah. Loving this open space because
it's different.
It's very different, and you can see there. You can see how beautiful and fine it is.
Oh, and it's cut lovely.
You can see, and this is Centura Pearl, so this is a 300 GSM cardstock.
Right.
Okay, so you can see how lovely that's cut. I've only cut them prior to, because I'm going to show you on something else how well they're cut, but it just saves repetitiveness, doesn't it? So, right, so we are going to, I do believe it's this one, so that's the 4th one in that we're actually going to use. Let me just put that off of that up. Yes, that's correct. So, obviously these are thin dies, thin metal dies, so they will go into all machines that are currently on the market. Okay, we do have a lot of dies on the show. Oh, we're moving.
I know, this bench moved in.
Yep, we are. We're moving.
Oh, careful.
Oh, yep.
Try not to lean on it too much.
We won't lean on it yet. Yeah. So basically, a lot of the dies that we do have actually on the show today will go through the very smaller machines as well, because they're the dainty dies as well. So if you do have one of those, it's super to use. So there we go, we've cut that, and it's really lovely, isn't it? Really super. Let me just, there we go. Oh, let me just turn that, take that off there, just turn that around.
Okay.
Yep, I just need to. Are we sorted?
We are. Oh, the magic of television. While we're on a close-up, Ben was correcting the table.
And hopefully we're not moving there.
Yeah, I know.
Right, okay, so what I did was I just turned it around because it's got quite a lot of detail on the edges. I just wanted to make sure that it is going to cut beautifully, which of course it has. Yep. Look at that, it's lovely, isn't it? Really nice.
There you go. See those scallops on there?
So that's the open scallops, and of course we do have the closed scallops as well, which does marry beautifully together. Yeah. If you are thinking of getting those, but what I love about any of Annalise's dies that I think you just get so much value for money.
Absolutely. Well, she's a crafter, as you said.
This is exactly it, and that's what makes all the difference. Now, what we're going to do is just show you now that we can make any of our shaped XXL dies obviously into a nice shaped card, so we don't have to, if we don't want to, actually put that onto a front of a card piece of cardstock. So all we're going to do basically is just take a scoring board, and then I'm going so roughly it's about 3/4 of an inch. You don't need to really go for the inch, and using my crazy cats.
You've got those, have you?
I call them crazy cats because they are crazy girls. Yeah, it's actually called Cats on the website if you have a little look. But that's the. I just think it's a super tool. I really do. I use it an awful lot. So what we've got then is we've got if we just score it and then take that board away. And then what we've got then is we've got that little lip, so it's the same size. Yeah. As what, so we don't have to make it any bigger, but then you just fasten that to that. So it works really well, and it's it just makes a nice, interesting shaped card without really going to too much effort and not having to think too much about the shape and everything else. So there we go. So if we just line up the open little scallops there. There we go. Just pressing that down nice and firm, and then what we've got then is, you see, we've got our open card, which is super. We can do it either way then, can't we?
Absolutely. I'm thinking as well, I mean, I know it's really diddy, these little scallops, but you could get a skein of thread through there.
Oh, you easily could. Yeah. Very, very much so. And what you could do also, you could take it from one side to the other as well if you wanted to, which would be quite nice, wouldn't it? Yeah, so that's our base card, and then of course we've got our frontage that is going to go onto there. We just need to got a little tiny bit in there that we want to just pop out. That's lovely. So we just put that on as well. Okay.
Nice bit.
Okay.
And that's the other thing, obviously, that this is good for, is your matting and your layering.
Oh, totally, yes, yeah, absolutely. It's because this is very, very precise, isn't it? Even though I've gone down quite a considerable amount, in fact, I've missed out two levels there. I could have quite easily have put another mat on there, maybe in the pink, in the mint green or something, and it would look super. So that's our blank card. Now what we're going to do, we're going to do our shaker. Now, with our shaker, we've obviously got our shaker tape.
Yeah.
Now, what was brilliant about this is, obviously, it's not just a foam that we've got. It's very, very sticky.
Right.
Okay, so it is uber sticky.
And we're already 20% of the stock gone here, and plus we're 20% of those open rectangles too gone.
Oh, super. So, yeah. Now, what you've got, obviously, it's double-sided sticky foam. But what we can do is we can die cut it.
Right.
All right. So what we want to do is we want to die cut, first of all, our heart. Now, we're going to use the outer heart and we're going to use the next layer in. Okay. So what you want to do is, in this case, is just fasten that down, because the worst thing to happen to any of your dies is if they cross over and
I was only talking about this yesterday.
Yeah.
I call it the death of the die.
Death of the die. It's the only way you can kill a die.
I know.
Unless, of course, you run over it with a tractor, but you know,
Sorry, that's so
the chances of that happening. I mean, more chance from where I live in Lincolnshire, but less chance really around Peterborough, I would have thought. But yeah, you've got more chance of really.
That's so funny. Just imagine a tractor.
Yeah, exactly, running over your die. Please don't do that. Yeah, just fasten it down, and but it is the only way you can damage them.
Where do you live, Jo?
We're in Coningsby, RAF Coningsby.
Okay.
So we're about an hour and 40 minutes from here, roughly.
Okay. So is it quite rural? Lots of tractors.
Very rural.
Right.
Yes. No, it's a lovely village.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's RAF village, you see. So it's very busy because we have the fastest planes in the country, and we also have the oldest planes in the country because we have the Battle of Britain Memorial flight.
I did not know this.
Yeah,
Learn
so it's
something
a
every day.
super place. It's the Battle of Britain Memorial flight is just tremendous.
Yeah,
it really is. So we're very, very lucky actually, because we see it when it starts to come out in springtime. It's a beautiful sight. It really is. Now you can see there it's cut really well. So what we're going to do is we're going to use that. Now, if it hasn't quite, it's cut no problem at all. But if it hadn't quite, what you would do is you would just get a knife or your scissors. Yeah. Preferably Teflon coated scissors, obviously, because it's sticky, very, very sticky. But of course now what we've got is we've got the exact foam tape now to actually run around our shaker. Lovely. Because you know normally what we have to do is, now you can buy shaker tape that's really thin and it goes around edges. But
it does my head in that, because you've like...
Yeah, it does mine as well. So when Annalise actually sent these a little while ago, actually, when we first had them, we don't get them on every show, but it just makes life so much easier. Yeah. You've also got this, so we can use this for another time.
I guess you can
so that's your foam tape there.
Glitter on it?
Of course you can. Yeah. It'd be lovely, it really would. You can also put embossing powder over the top and heat it. You need to be... You can do it. Yes, you can do it. You just need to be very careful. You just need to do a little tiny bit of heat and just nice and light and steady. Right. Okay, but yeah, you can do that. It's really quite fun to do. But not too much direct heat because, of course, it'll melt it. Right. So we're going to put that to one side so you can see how beautiful that is to cut. Yep. That's why this is so popular. Right. But, of course, what we've also got in the set is we've actually got the acetate. So we've got the acetate, so what we're going to do is we're going to cut an acetate window. So again, it will die cut, occasionally with much more detailed dies. Yep. You would need to just sort of encourage it. I know, it's good, isn't it? Encourage it a little bit out with your scissors, because acetate it's quite strong, isn't it? Now this should come out. Let me just pop. No, it's just, look, so what we've got is, we've got 3/4 of it is actually cut. That's not because it's the dye, it's because it's acetate.
I know, it's thick acetate as well.
It's plastic, you see. So obviously it's very unusual that it'll cut at all. So all you need to do is just nip around those edges, because of course it's giving you the actual line right round. Oh, it's actually cut in quite a few more places.
Yeah.
It's just, there you go, look.
Just caught.
Yeah, it's just caught on a couple. There we go. So we've got that as well. Put that there so I don't lose it, because of course acetate's so easy to lose, isn't it? Right, so that is our shaker part. So we've got that and we've got that. We just need our heart now cutting in our actual cardstock, which
Lovely
is the
colour.
pearl. It's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
So of course we just fasten that down again, because we want exactly the same as the foam that we've just cut.
That makes sense.
Yep.
Yep, lovely stuff.
Just whiz that through like so.
Yep.
And you can see that cuts really beautifully.
Very
and
nice.
of course then what we've got is we've got that heart, if we want to go straight over the top of that one.
Yeah, all matches.
Which is quite lovely.
Yeah.
So that's that and that's that. Right, so now all we need to do now is the baby grow. So I'm going to do all my pieces, and then we'll come back and assemble with them all. So the baby grow, it's just divine. It really is. Really so lovely, and the detail is tremendous. So pop that down, pop the baby grow down. And of course, as I said, you can obviously take the baby grow and cut it at the bottom there if you wanted to. Now I just need to grab a piece of...
Details are on screen then if you'd like to go for your baby grow. And it comes with a train as well. Here we go. And
the train and
the bottle. These are the slightly smaller ones. £15.99, 227794.
Right, so on the baby grow, you do have the ability to do the little lacy one.
That's
of course,
cute.
It is cute, isn't it? Or you can do the plain one, which of course you would use maybe in the case of a little boy.
Yeah.
So, and we just run that through. There we go. There we go. So, there's our little, look at that.
Cute.
And what it does, look, it just enhances the buttons at the bottom there.
There's a little bit of embossing.
Yeah, at the bottom there. So that's quite lovely, isn't it? So that's one of them. And we'll just very quickly just cut. In fact, I won't do the bottom pieces because we can do that afterwards and just add that, can't we, if we want to do.
Sure.
So I think, where are we? And I've done my buttons already. That's purely for a little bit of time.
Yeah, that's fine.
So what on the buttons, of course, we've got the hearts, we've got the circles, we've got the stars, and that's the little bunting one that I was talking about, which I love that one because it makes a terrific bunting set on there, but still with little buttonholes.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the hexagon, well, it won't be a hexagon, will it? Because it's only got 5 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, it will be, won't it? Hexagon. Octagon is 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pentagon is 5.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
And then, of course, the flower button, which I think is just gorgeous. Right, so what we'll do is we'll just assemble that. So we'll show you how to do the actual shaker, which is the main focal point of the card.
Shaker cards.
I do as well. I really, when I was, many moons ago, obviously, starting card making, I made a shaker card. I thought, that's really cool.
Yeah. I don't think they ever go out of fashion.
No, not at all. Now, what we need to do is you need to have the acetate actually at the top.
Yes.
So then you've got that piece, make sure your acetate's nice and clean. Now just popping that over the top because of course it does go directly over the top because you've used the same dyes. And then what you would need to do is just pop that down. Now, also in the shaker kit, as well as the acetate, we do have the double-sided sheets.
Got them here.
And so what we could do, on any of these dies, of course, we could put the double-sided sheet down and actually cut anything out. So that will immediately make it into a sticker.
Right.
Okay, which is always useful to know. So then what we need to do is just put our shaker bits that we want to do. So of course you've got whatever you want to do. It's I know.
Bit of glitter.
Yeah, so it just goes well with the theme, doesn't it? Don't overfill the shaker card. There is a tendency
of doing that.
There is a tendency to do it, I've got to say.
I'm like, put more in, put more in.
I know. But if you do, you see what will happen is the acetate will be stretched and then it'll
and it won't shake well either.
It doesn't shake very well actually if you put too much in. Let's put a bit of glitter in as well. That nice Lovely.
The purple.
Purpley glitter. And then just make sure all your bits and pieces are quite reasonably flat, because again, you don't want that big bump in the middle to actually make a big mountain into your acetate. Then take that off.
Yep.
And then pop that over the top like that.
Yay!
Look at that. And it's completely and utterly sealed.
So getting that shaker card kit, that is going to save you so much time making your shaker cards.
Absolutely. Now also, of course, with the foam, we can use it as, you know, to use it for lifting projects up. Like, for instance, the Baby Grow. I just cut that slightly too big. Take that off there. And then we'll pop that just there, so that it's nicely on the same level. And then, and this is where your double-sided would come in.
Absolutely.
Obviously, we could just make them into little stickers.
Yeah.
This is our little frill look.
Adorable.
Isn't it so sweet? It really is. And I just think it just finishes everything off, doesn't it? And then we just put, now we could use, if we wanted to, we could use the buttons on the dress, but I do feel that the buttons are a little bit big for the small dress. If you wanted to put 3 on, of course. If you just wanted to put 1 on, that would be lovely.
Yeah.
So I've just chosen just to do the, just some gems. There we go, just in the bottom there. And then, of course, what we've got is we've got the buttons. Now, what we can do, I'll just show you
sparkly
with
twine.
one. I know. I found this on my travels.
I haven't got any sparkly twine.
No, I'll take some off that roll for you and let you have some.
I wasn't trying to get any.
No.
I just haven't.
I know. But I will, because I've got a couple of rolls at home. I found it. I can't remember where I found it.
It's just
it's one of those things, and I thought, So, and then just knock that through. Just little tiny details like this, I personally think, make all the difference.
Yeah.
So
especially if you're making to sell, which of course you can do.
Yes, you can, absolutely. And
I wonder if CREAlies means anything.
It does. It's create, as in create, and then Annalise.
Ah.
Yes, so it's create with Annalise, basically.
That's great.
Yep, it's terrific, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a great name. Yep, so she works extremely hard.
Absolutely. Look, it's
trying
coming together.
And then there we go. So we just pop that there. If we wanted to, of course, you could put the buttons in the corners, and but it's lovely to be able to do these little buttons.
Yeah.
Because I think it makes it all matches, and again, it just makes it all look very, very professional, doesn't it? You can obviously get a lot more for your cards when you go to such an effort like this. And then all I've done is, I'll just bring the other one back in just to show you.
Sure.
I'll just put a little bit of ribbon just at the bottom there. Obviously, we'll put those on the little leg parts, which just finish it off, and then just a little bow there. But the idea was to show you how that lovely shaker works, and
really
then show you how amazing these are.
Very cute.
They're cute, aren't they? Yeah.
Right, thank you, Jo. I'll be back with you in a minute.
Lovely, thank you.
Now, you can actually shop by brand. CREAlies is on the website. Oh, is that Annalise on there?
It is, yes.
It's nice. It's always nice to see the designer.
It is, isn't it?
Yep. Yeah. So you can shop by brand. We've got those patchworks. We've got lots of nested dies. And really cute little trains and teddy bears. And, well, we're coming into spring. Might want to be making baby cards. Maybe there's a baby shower. But the whole show isn't just about, you know, babies. There's lots of other things on there. Right, so the first thing we're starting with is to do with babies. Right, you've got look, you've got so many dies. There's so many extras. You've got your Baby Grow, but as Jo said, the little frills. Isn't that adorable? Look, even the little poppers. Oh. And then we've got the train with all the extras. You can even cut the windows out. And then, of course, you've got your baby bottle. And Jo's done a really fab sample here with the train as a little twister. That's so adorable. With the personalising. This is the board, just so you can see how everything cuts out. It's good, isn't it? Like I said, you can cut the windows out. Right, this is where my imagination goes. I've been doing this a lot recently because I think you could make this into a monster. Just that shape. Put a little grrr mouth on it. Can't you see the eyes? Or a robot, our producer said, yeah. But that's my random mind. £18.89 if you're a Freedom member, 785-944. Now we do have a smaller set for you if you like. Same concept, there we go. We've got the baby grow with the little frills, also the train and the baby bottle. And this is a mobile, what a great idea. See this? Because you can chop the bottom off and make it into a t-shirt. And this is so sweet as well because we've got the, that is actually a mini shaker card. Really cute. Here is the board, again so you can see them cut out. I like that you can mat and layer them too. It's good, isn't it? This is £15.99, 227794 is your item number. Next up then we've got our stars and hearts. Now Joe just used the hearts for the shaker card, which is a great idea, and we saw how well that it cut out of the sticky foam. This is how they'll look for you. Matted and layered. It's cute, isn't it? £13.99. You've got 9 dies in total. Item number is 014691. Then we have got our bear and buttons. Again, very adorable. Look at the different shaped buttons. And you can cut his paws out. Oh, he's just peeping behind. There's a little sample. There we go. Just peeping behind, look, you can get his little paws, even down to his, you've got his nose and his face. What else do we have? Buttons. Oh, the buttons are on here, as well as our little teddy bear. Brilliant stuff. £13.99 for that set. You've got 7 dies in total, 887535. Right, this train is proving really popular. A third of the stock has gone. But you do get, again, all those wonderful extra elements. 8 dies in total. I mean, turning it into 3D, I think this is so clever. I mean, that would stay out all year round because it's a thing, it's a work of art, isn't it? That's brilliant. And of course, you can have as many carriages as you want. To be honest, you could make bunting, couldn't you? Train bunting for somebody's birthday. £9.99, 704316 for your trains. This is my favourite because you've got your squash fold card and your twist and pop card. Let's give you, this is another, are you ready for the ta-da if you didn't see this earlier? Here we go. Ta-da! Love them, absolutely love them. Ta-da! And here's the other one. They're both so impressive. Our producer said she likes this one the best. Well, it's quite grand, isn't it? A very nice idea from Charlotte. She said about putting photos on there. Good idea. Joe agrees. Did you just hear her say that, Ian? Joe agrees. So this takes the maths out of it, because I agree with what Joe said earlier on. When you've got to start measuring and scoring and sticking together and all of that, it's taking the fun out of the crafting, when what we want is to be able to cut this quickly and then layer it up, get all your ink on. 40% of the stock gone, £19.98. 161419 is your item number. Have a look on the website for all the other items. We've got scalloped ovals, and we've got open scalloped edge ovals, plus the same in the rectangles. Oh, and I do really like those patchwork ones because they are different. I'm always going on about I really like things that are different. Quite interesting. So they're on the show. Do check out. Oh, we've got some 5-star reviews there. Sorry, I just felt there's something fell from the ceiling. I don't know, it just really distracted me. You know, if like a fly buzz is passing, like, what?
I was thinking,
I don't know what.
raining in, is it?
I don't even know if it... maybe from all the rain. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, my Lord.
Sorry.
No, that's
Sorry about
okay. Yeah, I'm just, dreaming about wind and rain after Saturday setting up at Stevenage. Oh, it was horrendous.
Because did you have to cart everything in from the van and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it was just, honestly...
I'm surprised you didn't lose your stock.
Well,
Oh.
Well, that's another story.
Oh, tell me.
We did have a few dies that flew to the other side of the road.
That's how they end up under the tractor.
Yes, that's it.
That's how it
That's how
happens.
they ended up under the tractor. But honestly, it was. Basically, it's hard work, as you might imagine, doing shows and unpacking and unloading and setting up and everything. We love it, but the wind and the rain just caused so much havoc. Bless it. It really bless it.
No, let's not bless the rain.
Let's not bless it. Anyway, so patchworks now. Like I said right at the beginning, this particular set and the circle one was one of the first sets of dies I ever bought from CREAlies, and I still use and use and use it. Love it, really do. I just think it's really fresh and clean and very different. Now, so I must explain about patchworks first, okay? So what Annalise does is she actually gives you the ability to download this sheet. So each time that you actually have, you can download it as many times as you wish. So if you've had patchwork dies before and you've still got them, you can still download these. You don't have to have a code or anything. Just go onto the CREAlies website and it will tell you where it just down the little menu and it just says downloads, and it gives you lots and lots of downloads for different things.
Isn't that nice?
It's very clever
extra.
of it to do. Now what you do is you can see here, it's a little bit tatty, but it works.
Don't
honestly
worry.
So you can see here actually covered this in a book film. So
could you laminate it?
No, it's too thick.
Right.
No, I did try that
Oh,
right
did
at
you?
the beginning.
There you go. Great minds and all that.
Yes, great minds. And I thought, now that would be very clever of me, but it actually wasn't because it's too thick. So the book film, literally, as you know, it's as thin as cling film, basically. You just, as you know, it's sticky, isn't it? And, and it protects.
I feel a bit daft because I've not heard of book film. Is that terrible?
Well, there is a name for it, but I can't say it.
Oh, tell me later.
Yes, okay. So basically, you get it from post offices and stationers and all that sort of thing. And it's what you do is you just pop it on the front of your books, like textbooks and things at school. Yeah.
Oh. It's clicked.
We used to cover them in wallpaper when we were at school, but now well, it's cheaper, isn't it?
Yeah, it's true.
I'm from a big family, right. So what you do is you actually take where the dotted bit is, actually cut that away, and then you use it. Well, you cut the bit and you use it as is, because then it goes through your machine.
Right.
And what you do is you actually stick the die. Because this is obviously shiny, you put, the red tape, the super sticky tape.
Yep.
You actually put the super sticky tape onto a couple of areas, just a little tiny bit, and then you stick your die onto the actual area that's got the shiny side.
Right.
And then it's stuck. I know I've got some masking tape on there. It actually doesn't need to be on there. It's where I was fastening my cardstock down. But that's stuck to that now.
Okay.
And you run it through all together. Okay.
Right.
So just to explain, because some people have not maybe seen the patchwork dies before.
Okay.
Right, so what we need to do is we need to actually cut it a couple of different times, but I'll show you the reason why. Now this gives you such a fantastic base for so many different cards.
Right.
Any sort of cards really that you can use these for. So what you do is you actually place your die onto your magnetic mat facing upwards. And then you place the cardstock facing down.
Okay.
Okay, so again, exactly the same as before, the same as all of the CREAlies dies are the thin metal dies. Now these have got the fantastic stitch lines on here as well, which is lovely. Now I always just bring it back on myself just to double make sure, because the stitch lines, there's an awful lot of detail on these. Right, now Can you see why I call it patchwork?
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
So what we're going to do is we're just going to take that off there. If you wanted to, of course, we could keep this as an aperture if we wanted to. And you saw that card that I made with just using the aperture. It makes a lovely, lovely card, that does.
Yep.
So keep that. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to take these pieces off and put them to one side, because then we also need to cut some other bits. So this, we're not actually using, on this occasion, we're not using the white, but of course I am going to keep it. No question, we're going to keep that for something else.
Well, there was a clever sample down there where each part was a little bit of a shaker. And I thought that was...
you can do so much.
I don't know if it was in the hexagon, but...
Yeah,
you know.
all the cards that are on the patchwork theme, the circles, the archway as I call it, the circle, and then the number 4 one that we're using now. Yeah. Every single thing that we're doing with this, you would do exactly the same with that. Right. Now, I'm also using this lovely dotty card stock here, which is actually going to make my framework. So if I give you that, you'll get a bit of an idea of where I'm going.
Good, good. There we are.
Okie dokie. So on each occasion, I'm just leaving it exactly the same, just placing the paper down onto a cardstock. So I just need to just turn that, just take that away. I don't need that. Just take that and just... Sorry. Obviously, it depends on what machine you're using as to whereabouts your most pressure on your machines are. You know your own machines though, so that's good.
A bit of acetate.
Oh, a bit of acetate there. Where did that come from?
We've got the shaker.
Oh, lovely. Thank you. So now we're going to take that off.
Clever, isn't it?
We've now got our framework, which is the framework we're going to actually use. But again, we're not using these pieces. So what we can then do, look, we can then take our white.
So you can get a twofer.
You've got lots of. And then, of course, put those into here. Can you see? So straight away, you've got something to keep for another project, which is fabulous.
Yeah, absolutely. We're a third of the stock gone on these. Don't forget, Joe and I do have another show, but don't let it slip through. I've been saying that a lot this morning. Slip through your fingers, because if you're going out, you know, you might miss out.
That's right.
Yeah, $19.99, 13 dies in total, 440790.
If you're going out though, do make sure you've got a coat, because it's not the best day, is it?
Yesterday, I asked my lovely producer, because I knew about Storm Dennis, if she would pick me up from where I stay, and she did. But she actually said, "I'm so glad I did," because as she was driving to work, sheets of rain and everything. I would have taken off like Mary Poppins.
Well, honestly, yeah, it's just been awful, hasn't it? But there's been so many people that's just had it worse than us.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Terrible. So there we go, just taking that. I've just turned it once, just to doubly make sure. And then we've got the black. Okay, so the black today we're not going to be using for anything, but we have got it, so we can keep that. And then of course we're going to just pop these out like so. There we go.
Yep, again,
and
keep all those die cuts.
Yes, absolutely. And now, incidentally, this black card, is the cardstock that we've got on the show. Sorry.
Oh, that's all right.
I failed to mention in my my busyness.
I don't know why I'm flicking through, because it's not like it's just black. Yeah, there you go.
It is solid black cardstock, so it does. You can see.
Ah, excellent.
There we go.
Just what my producer asked. Does it have a black core? And indeed
yes,
it does.
It's very important. We need to mention that. Now, what we've got now is we've got the ability, if we want to actually build up and make different levels if we want to. Yeah. So we can have them, we can have some higher in the middle if we want, we can have some lower. So really is completely up to you as to how you want to do this. All right, so what we're going to do is, how are we doing for time? So what I'm going to do is,
4 minutes.
Right, lovely. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to show you the actual theory, because you can see what I've done is...
Do you want to pop it side by side?
Yeah, please, that'd be lovely. Yes, thank you. So what I also did was, if you could see here, I've actually done a solid black.
Ah.
Okay, so when you do the, in fact, I'll do that because I want to show you.
Okay.
I think we've got the time, because you can see what I wanted to show you in this demonstration is the principle of the actual. So the outer edge, the outer die, of course, makes the solid. If you want a solid to make a card blank with. Right. There we go. Just looking for that. Now, the other thing, of course, what we can do is we can take this and then we can then take another shape if we wanted to, put it in the middle of that, and then, of course, you've got a very, very unusual aperture. Absolutely. Which is always quite good to do. So, of course, we could keep that. So we've got our solid black now, which, of course, we could always do 2 of those and then score at the top and make a nice...
like you did earlier.
That's it, yeah. So then what we would do is we would place that onto there. Okay. And then what we could do, now on this particular one, I've actually just placed the white pieces back in. All right, sorry, I used the yellow. That's it. Yeah, that's the one. Use the yellow, and then I've placed the white pieces back in, which you can see, they go back in. Of course they go back in perfectly because it's the same die. I mean, it's great. There's just no thinking that's got to be done. But what we could do is, if we wanted to, of course, we've got the white, we could always, of course, put the yellow. Yeah. And we could maybe put... Oh, I like the contrast. A black. Oh, no, it's lovely to do this. And you actually get quite carried away, really, because you do different ones. And especially Christmas, these make the most gorgeous Christmas designs. They really do, because they're so different, you know. So if we put a yellow one in there, for instance, we could do that. Yellow one in there. And maybe a black one in there. So that looks really cool, doesn't it? Very funky. It does. So again, something like teenager cards, we could do different colours and things. And all I did here was, I've just literally just popped the white back in. I've gone, just popped a little bit of ink around the edges just to match the patterns. Bit of stamping, obviously. And that's it, it's sorted. It's such a fabulous, fabulous system. I love it. And it's one of my favourites. I'd have these on every single CREAlies show if I could. Yes, bring them back. Actually, we're half the stock gone on this, because I think once you see the possibilities that you've got with it, now, it's very clever. What we've also got is, I need to explain this because it's really important. You've also got another layer. Okay, so when you, let me bring in the full set of dies, because I like to have these by my side when I'm showing these, because we've only used, on this particular one, you can see here, I've only used the outer one, which of course we've just done the solid with. Indeed. And then the next one in, but as you can see here, there is another one. Oh yeah. All right, so this is actually on my set here. Got you, got you. Okay, so what we could then do, if we wanted to, is we could have this on one of the sheets as well, because we can download these as many times as we like. Wonderful. And we can then layer them up and make them more dimensional. Yay. So it's fab, isn't it? Yes. Bless you. Good timing. That's you sensed we were coming to the end, didn't you? I did. So that is the card that you can work your way towards. But like you said, these for any occasion, you're going to find them really, really good fun. Oh, they're great. As I said, now you've seen this, over half the stock has gone. Don't forget, we've also got them in as a circle, and I think, I can't remember what the other one is. The circle, and then what I call the archway, which is the rounded top, more of a rectangle with the arch top. So, I mean, any one of those you'll have a lot of fun with. They're unique. They are unique to CREAlies. So this is $19.99. You get 13 dies, 440790. Thank you very much, Jo. Oh, it's an absolute pleasure. Thank you. Back again together at 12. Yes, so please make sure you're joining us. But as I said, if you're going out, put this into your basket now, because we don't want you to miss out. No, we don't. Thank you, Jo. Bye.